Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and that my viewers in the colder regions are staying warm this season. But if you're not, then you'll be happy to know I have a pretty hot list for you to enjoy. We've had a lot of popular anime this year and I wanted to cover the best ones of 2019 before the year's over. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an epic recap. At number 10, we have The Rising of the Shield Hero. To set things off, we're talking about an anime that would make Captain America proud. For those who don't already know, The Rising of the Shield Hero is a fantasy anime about an everyday anime-loving nerd named Iwatani Naofumi. One day while browsing the library, likely for a manga he can read I imagine, he finds a book that summons him to another world. There he meets 3 people who each specialize in a different weapon: sword, spear, and bow. They want him to join them as the shield hero to form the 4 cardinal heroes in order to fight the waves of catastrophe. It all seems like the start of a grand, albeit unexpected adventure, until his so-called allies betray him. On his own, Naofumi enlists the help of a slave named Raftalia to take on the enemies of this strange new world. Next up we have Dr. Stone. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But given the context of this series, I think you want this physician around at all times. This unique post-apocalyptic action anime takes place thousands of years after a strange phenomenon turned all of humanity into stone and set the world back on all of its advancements. One day, Senku Ishigami, a boy with astronomical smarts and a deep passion for science, is awakened from his stone prison. When he sees the state of the world, Senku decides he needs to restore the planet's population. Luckily, his incredibly strong childhood pal Taiju Oki also awakes from his petrifaction and is there to help him change the world from a glorified Stone Age back to some semblance of a civilized future. Coming in at number 8 is Fruits Basket. Next on our list is actually an anime that some of you veteran otakus may already know. Not straying too far from the original plot, Fruits Basket is a slice-of-life drama about a high school girl named Toru Honda. A tragedy finds Toru living in a tent with no one to turn to until she has a fateful encounter with the rich yet mysterious Soma family, who offer her a place in their home as a live-in maid. She agrees only to find out the family has a surprising secret. When members of the family are hugged by someone of the opposite gender, they turn into the animals of the zodiac. Again, this isn't a new anime per se, and is a refreshed version of the original from 2001. Fans of oldie but goodie anime will surely love this reboot as much as the original. Up next, we have Kaguya-sama, Love is War. We all know how tough it is to tell someone that you like them. Either the words get stuck in your throat before you can say them, you end up antagonizing your crush as a way to get their attention, or you're both too proud to admit how you feel. If you guessed that the last explanation was the plot for Kaguya-sama, Love is War, you were right. At the elite Shuchin Academy, the student council leaders Kaguya Shinomiya and Mayuki Shirogane have allegedly fallen in love, but haven't so much as held hands, let alone go on a date. So now they're butting heads in psychological warfare as one attempts to make the other confess their love first. It's an exciting new spin on romantic comedy anime, and one you shouldn't miss. In at number 6 is My Hero Academia Season 4. In addition to awesome new 2019 anime to watch, we also have new seasons of our favourite shows that are ongoing. One of them is the superhero anime My Hero Academia. We're off to a great start with the new season and have already seen chipper and strong Mirio, All Might's estranged former sidekick Sir Nighteye, and the sadistic, cunning new villain Overhaul. I don't want to reveal too much without giving away spoilers, but I can say this without a doubt: the anime definitely lives up to the expectations and more. Be sure to tune in because it's gonna be plus ultra. Vinland Saga takes the number 5 spot. Taking a more historical route, Vinland Saga is based on the real Icelandic explorer known as Thorfinn Karlsefni and takes place in the coastal North American territory Vinland. Of course, there are some creative twists since this is an anime, so to all history enthusiasts, don't get too picky on any inaccuracies, like Vikings speaking in Japanese instead of Old Norse. Anyway, this series is about Thorfinn, the son of a great warrior, venturing into the world from the constantly warring Icelandic village where he came from to the peaceful and fertile land of Vinland that his father spoke avidly about. Despite his savage place of birth, the fact that his father is a warrior himself and that he eventually grows to become a Viking mercenary like so many others, his father often told Thorfinn, "You have no enemies, nobody does, there is nobody who it's okay to hurt." But the young warrior knew that this wasn't true. After his father is killed by a man known only as Askeladd, the Viking decides to get revenge using the only skill he's ever learned: killing. Different from other shows on this list, this anime is currently only available to watch on Amazon Prime Video. Next up we have The Promised Neverland. When it comes to family, blood relations aren't always a factor. For most people, the best siblings and parents are people who they have no biological relation to, but that doesn't change how much they care for one another. Such is the way of the lives of the children of the Gracefield House, where a large number of orphans live together as a big, happy family under the care of their surrogate mother, Isabella. Life is harmonious as the siblings spend their days playing and laughing until a child is adopted every few months or so by a new family and never heard from. At the time, all of this was considered to be a normal occurrence and life went on as it did after a child was adopted, but as the 3 eldest children of the orphanage, Emma, Norman and Ray, soon come to learn, not all is happy and sweet in the Gracefield house, and their dear mama Isabella is not all she seems to be. Though this is a shorter anime, The Promised Neverland is suspenseful with lots of twists that anyone who likes surprises will watch with ever-growing anticipation. Coming in at number 3 is Mob Psycho Season 2. As we wrap up this list, we cover another ongoing anime rocking a new season. Mob Psycho was a pretty odd yet also very cool anime that caught a lot of people's attention. This supernatural slice of life action series is about the main hero and series namesake Kaguya-sama Shigeo, aka Mob, who's an awkward, typical teenage boy with an atypically powerful ESP. Whenever his emotions reach their max 100% threshold, he becomes a magnet for all things psychic and spiritual. As of Season 2, which came to a conclusion in April this year, Mob's become more accepting of being a strong psychic and is helping his mentor Regent with the usual requests from clients, exorcising spirits, dealing with haunting urban legends, etc., while not being so dependent as he was in Season 1 on constantly following Reagan around. Unlike how light-hearted life started out for Mob, he and his mentor are faced with the darker side of things as whatever's going bump in the night decides to bump back, and with as much wickedness as it possibly can. In the runner-up spot at number 2 is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. They say that no matter how much they get under your skin, no one loves you more than family. And that saying definitely applies to the protagonist of the anime Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Taking place in the Taisho period, the quiet life of coal seller Tanjiro comes to a horrible end after he returns to find his entire family has been slaughtered by a mysterious demon. However, his younger sister Nezuko has thankfully survived the brutal massacre, but at the cost of turning into a demon herself. Heartbroken a second time, Tanjiro sets out to join the Demon Slayer Corps in order to slay as many demons as possible, including the one who killed his family, and hopefully find a way to turn his sister Nezuko back to a human. While the series ended as of September, a movie set to come out in 2020, so get ready for that, anime fans. And finally, at number 1, we have this legendary anime, Attack on Titan. Have you heard of it? Who are you kidding? Who hasn't heard of it? From titans being shredded to human bodies being melted, this is the season fans have been waiting for since the first. Ever since it premiered in 2013, the post-apocalyptic fantasy adventure was almost immediately a breakthrough hit and took the anime community by storm. Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 significantly blew all previous seasons out of the park. In fact, it's so good that some even started reading the manga due to curiosity, myself included. Well, this season was action-packed. Even the characters took another step forward, from Eren to Erwin, from Levi to Hanji. But for me, Armin, he was easily the most introspective and self-aware in the main cast. The answers we get out of these episodes, especially the secrets that Grisha left for Eren in the basement, were extremely satisfying. If anything, this season proved more than anything how much of a genius Isayama is when it comes to storytelling. All that I can say is the hype is real right now, with the announcement of the final season for fall 2020. It's going to be interesting how Isayama wraps things up and how it will be adapted. We're in the endgame now. And with that, this list comes to an end. So which anime did you enjoy the most and why? Let me know in the comments section below. And on your way down, be sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any new uploads. I'll see you next time on the TV Regent.